Alright guys, we're gonna do something a little bit different with this video. I just wanna comment that I did watch the episode, alright guys? Don't get me wrong or nothing. There's like three different stories here. One about the son and daughter, and then another one about some other two young gals. One made it into Awajima prep school, the other one didn't. And then the last story was like a regurgitation of an earlier story in episode like 1 or 3. Don't really recall, but we're gonna do something a little bit different this time. Right here, I just want to say real quick, bro, this was a very wholesome story right here about a son and mother. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Okay, why? Because bro, this shit's so complicated. I don't remember their names or nothing, but I remember that this was her mom was a very prestigious actress, famous, whatnot. And of course, the son is an up-and-coming writer, and the son was more recognized because of the mother. And then he based his stories around his mom, but made shit up about his mom. But his mom didn't seem bothered by it. So the one thing we're gonna do different now is I'm gonna stop with my commentary. Kind of, not really. I'm gonna read some Myanimelist comments because I really want to see what everyone else thinks. And besides, this is such a complicated episode. So it's episode 10. Maybe we can shed some light here about what's really going on. Who are these the names of the people or the characters? So here we go. This is coming from this dude right here, Nate. I wanted to be like my mother. Wow. So beautiful to get a son reflecting on his Awajima alum mother. Yeah, the mother went to the school. I forgot all about that. In her famous career for once, we love a mama's boy. Yeah, I guess he was a mama's boy. To think she changed his entire life with one passing comment and trying to make out a script writing. Yeah, I now yep. Just shows you have to plant those seeds, or sometimes even force your kids to try things because they might not take the initiative in their own. That's really well said, Mr. Nate. Let's see, this other person right here says the first part was really good. It was interesting to see the effects of his school on the son of a Yup, he didn't really say much there. All right, so the next person says admiration from son to mother. I'm telling you, man, the first story is very interesting. About the son and the mom. Obviously, they don't even remember their fucking names, but because they're not posting names. Let's see if Mr. Nate here has a name here. I assumed he was reflecting on his mother because she died. I'm so glad she's still alive, and they're able to get closer years later. For it's beautiful thing to grow old and still have your parents. I for one believe that is the real otako, and the acting stuff was just the persona she played. Clearly loved him and his dad tremendously. So her name is Otako. Okay, so you can see, bro. Man, I'm the father. I'm the father. Yeah, and right here we go. See, look, this is what I'm saying, guys. It's not just me, okay? So here we go. Nate is saying second and third segments kind of lost me because we were jumping around so much. Exactly, my guy. Bro, I feel so much better now. Like, it just you really do get lost in the rut of things and the complexity of things and the flip-flopping between segues, characters, past and present, future tense, whatever the fuck. So second story was a nice follow-up to our first, but a girl's perspective with Fumiko and Yukira's story. In a way, Fumiko didn't look down on her daughter for not getting into Awajima. Yeah, that was actually really, really great that the mother and even the teacher was incredibly apologetic for getting her hopes up. But just encouraged her to keep trying. That was really sweet. I can't imagine the pressure you'd be under as a child, at least as a person. You'll never be your parents. You can only be you. Her friend is the real one too. Absolutely. Nate. Well said, god damn it. That's a well thought out response right there. Most got to more Okabe and Keiko. I think the third segment was just a little refresher. Yeah, it really was. It really was a refresher. Like I said, in the beginning of the video, it was just like a regurgitation of what we saw earlier. Okay, so let's see what useless we'll just call him DM. You're not useless, mate. Man, that second half was depressing. Yeah, the regurgitation story for sure. Was feeling a bit bad for Yubiko. she didn't really do much to Okabe. Again, she was totally deserved it from someone Okabe considered friends to no less. Yeah, they're talking about the third part. These bullies are just yes men. You can see in corporate work. Yup, the third segment. Well, let me show you guys what they were talking about. So yeah, this is the mother. Damn, holy shit. She look cute. Let me see if I can find what they were talking about. Yeah, here the betrayal again with Okabe, and yeah, Okabe and what they say, Kisuke, whatever the fuck. Okabe and Keiko, yeah. Okay, so we're really getting into real dog and dirty because there's just so much here. What do we want to read, guys? I wish I was live, you know, and with an audience. You know, you guys can choose what you guys want me to read. Should I read this? Looks like he's like fuming. And this dude is okay. Let's read the fuming guy here. Read the guy that's fuming. Okay. So this comes from Adrian for the win 99. Well, here goes the mom and son again. So all this on her deathbed with Wakana as her witness to the tragedy was about Ibuki's life. She also didn't marry, didn't have any children, and wants to take her famous name and legacy plus baggage the names to the grave. She kind of ends up like Emmy with one person closer visiting her before she died. Incredible. I didn't really see it that way. Did not see it that well. I got a message. Nope, never mind. The cinematography. Yeah, this is the second story right here. Cinematography and motive of the upside down world and parallels the void emptiness, water with the reflection of hallways. We went all in with the style in this one. One of the best looking episodes of the year plus deep meaning. Old lady narrating her side of the story. Why is this video going like super duper like? Yeah, there we go. I don't want fucking get copyrighted here. Holy shit. So the reoccurring themes of this episode is the exception of children who had famous parents and how you can meet their demands, like what the scriptwriter dude, or how you can fall at first but pick yourself back up, and each new highs without abusing their parents' fame. Yeah, that was the second story. Like Yukiri Tomoko and ending with the cursed family and legacy was the story behind why she started bullying Emmy to the point that Emmy quit the school. So yeah, no, 100%, I 100% agree. So pretty much, long story short, the first story was about a lad got along with her parents, was able to leverage her parents' fame, become a great successful writer, was inspired by her mother by writing about her mother, and was able to use her use her as a clutch and a niche, and would also get attention because of it, because that was her son. So imagine that. So she was able to get along with his parents. And then the second story was about, not wanting to leverage your family's fame, getting into the Awajima prestige. Cool, right here. This scene right here, the teacher was talking to her, saying I'm sorry that she didn't get in. And so the second story is more so like, oh yeah, she could have gotten in. There could have been a better chance if she actually used her mother, who's a previous Awajima alum as well, to get into Awajima, but she chose not to and chose to take a different career path or a different chance the next year, not by her own merits, not because of the merits of her parents. And then the third story was more about someone who bullied someone else, became somewhat famous, but ended up taking everything. Is it about parents as well? No, I don't really think it is. So damn. So the third story almost came close to it. Oh no, the abuse of a parent and grandparent. It's more of a grandparent thing, because I don't think in the third story, the parents were even abusive. They didn't even feel they were there for Ibuki, I believe her name was. Okabe and Keiko. Yeah, Okabe. So for Okabe, she didn't really have abusive parents, but rather she had an abusive grandmother. So there you go. The role of family still playing a big vital role, which made her crash out and burn out, become a bully, and then pretty much deteriorate someone else's career. So yeah, guys, this was a very, wow. So yeah, there's a lot there to eat up, guys. This is a very this is a very complicated storyline here. But anyways, I hope that helped a little bit. I don't know, but for Awajima or for very complex animes like Awajima, definitely gonna read the comments from now on, guys.